I guess you could say I'm a little bit of a gamist. I've been gaming since I was very little. I remember, I think I was like 8 when my parents gave me a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, and I was just over the moon, and I sunk way more hours than I remember into Mario Kart 64. Gaming has always had a special place in my heart, as I'm sure it has for a lot of you guys. If you were to sit down and tell me that we'd be sitting in 2024 with games that have significantly more in-game purchases than they do actual game to play, would have not believed you. I just remember so fondly, even looking back into the Nintendo 64 games. You have your Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye, Super Smash Brothers. The list goes on and on and on. And all those games, although in today's standards they look awful, back in the day, and even I guess you could say considering those games are still very enjoyable even without the nostalgia factor. But as we all know, it started taking it downhill. And what we're talking about today is a perfect example of exactly what I mean. You guys know COD, Call of Duty. You know, every bisexual's 28-year-old jobless partner who happens to crash in their couch is an avid enjoyer of this game, and a lot of the general population is too, not just them, for the record. Oh no, he's stereotyping. Get him, get him. The COD community is so funny to me because despite being so toxic, there's some of the most sensitive people, so I don't want to make you guys angry. It's all jokes, it's all in good jest. Me personally, I stopped playing Call of Duty and Advanced Warfare. I think that's the first time they really put their foot down and introduce something that actually gives you an advantage for paying money, actually getting a competitive advantage, like doing more damage, therefore killing people faster than other people that have the same gun, just because you have a skin that just gives you just more damage. You're like literally not sacrificing anything. Imagine like a different alternative where you're in a competition and you have a significantly less chance of winning because you didn't want to pay the premium entry fee. Can you imagine that? A competition with 2 levels of entry fee, where like you have your basic package here, where you're just, you know, whatever. Maybe we'll glance in your direction if you're lucky, if you're special enough. And then on the other hand, you have the premium version, which you gotta pay an extra $39 just to get access to. And it just makes it so that you get a guaranteed rating of 8, a minimum 8. No matter how poorly you perform, you get an 8. Can you imagine how unfair that would be? Imagine waiting in line at your college because they're only accepting a handful of people, and the people that get in are the ones that pay up front more. Oh wait, that already happens. Fuck. So for you that are out of the loop, Black Ops 6 came out today, actually, as of the making of this video. From what I can see, people are really enjoying it. So in that aspect, I'm very happy for them. But there is one thing that really bugged a lot of people, and that's the fact that in their game, they introduce a feature where if you pay $19.99 for 5 years, you get access to the enhanced audio. EHM, short for enhanced headphone mode. Basically, it'll take your tactical hearing to the next level, which is fucking outrageous. Imagine, for example, if you bought your iPhone and then when you opened it up, they didn't include headphones. Oh wait, that already doesn't happen. Fuck. Well, fuck, it looks like everywhere else this is already happening. But as you guys can see, it just doesn't make any sense. And this goes back to the issue that I have with a large group of people that already play video games. It's the people that settle for games like FIFA, Madden, and Call of Duty. And these group of individuals, they buy these games year after year regardless of the changes. The changes could be so minuscule. As long as you put something new for them, they'll eat it up. They'll pay as much as they need to. Like, just look at the people who play FIFA. They will throw thousands and thousands of dollars just to try to get a Cristiano Ronaldo. Thousands of dollars down the drain for a card that you don't even get to keep into the next year. Imagine if you won the lottery and then the next year they took it away. It doesn't matter if you only spent $100 out of your $1 billion because you got lucky. You won when the lotto was over $1 billion. You only spend $1 million because you buy yourself a house, you buy a car, and you're not really living in excess. You're just chilling, vibing. You didn't really invest, but you looked into it. So you're going into the second year with a game plan, and then in that second year, now that you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more stable, you go and you see an investor. You know, you want to get your portfolio like you want to really fill that bad boy, you know, not put all your eggs in one basket. So you go, you see your investor, and right when it's time to pay, you get declined. So you check your bank account, and what happened? All your money is gone. Why? Because actually we're taking the money away in 1 year. You only get to use it for 1 year. Sorry. Can you imagine how crazy that would be? And yet these people, they pay thousands of dollars for a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Messi that they only get to use for a single year, and then they don't really complain, they just eat it up. And I can't begin to explain how bad that is in the world that we live in, because the corporations, we know how they function. They're gonna try to get one honest every single time that they get these heartless, cruel, evil fucking people with no fucking heart. These people in their chest is just one big black hole, and you know what that black hole is also sucking up? Their fucking happiness, because you best believe these fucking puppies, these bad boys, they're not happy. Let's be so fucking for real right now. I implore you, please do not spend this money on this particular upgrade, because it's just gonna show Activision that you guys don't care. If they tell you to pay, you'll pay blindly without questioning it. And the more we allow this kind of behavior to happen, the worse our games are gonna get. There's not gonna be any changes. There's not gonna be any reason to innovate if they see that you keep throwing money at the game. Just look at GTA 5, for example. That game's been out in the market for over 10 years, and they have not made any attempt at releasing a sequel, because y'all keep throwing money at this game that barely gets any updates at all, especially for how much money the game makes. Just think about that. That whole game by itself pretty much is carrying Rockstar on its own. And there's nothing wrong with having an online experience, you know? Sometimes I want to get on with my buddies and rob a couple strip clubs, you know? Hold a couple of hoes hostage. That's all my friends do. We hop on GTA, we go to the strip club, hold that place up. We don't do that, but you get the point. Sometimes you need that, but just like anything, you gotta put your foot down when you're getting taken advantage of, or they're gonna keep doing that. Like, imagine if you're at work and you keep getting shafted every single fucking week, day after day. Okay, let's pretend that you're an office worker. When you start, you have your simple job, just what was in the description. But then one day, your boss asks you, just this one time, if you could take a look at this thing. He's like, I know it's not in your job description. Can you do me a favor? And then before you realize, that's a part of your day-to-day. And then they add another thing, and then they add another thing. And before you realize it, you know, you're all of a sudden doing 3 people's jobs all at once for the same pay. Your boss refuses to give you a raise, and you're fed up. You're already suffocating. You barely have enough money to make ends meet. You're not really living comfortable. You're really fucking depressed. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, the company fucking lays everybody off. Like I said, companies are always going to try to get one over you. And obviously it's not a good thing to say no, but if you don't say no, you end up there. Obviously, using jobs as an allegory doesn't make any sense, because if you say no, they will just accuse you of quiet quitting, and then, you know, fuck you over so that they can fire you. Maybe not the best allegory, but I hope you guys understand what I mean. If you guys continue to buy these games each year over year, they're giving you less and less. They're gonna get to a point where they're not really changing anything at all. Yeah, they still take your shit every year. You lose your cards for FIFA. You lose your skins from Call of Duty. I guess that the closest that you can get to keeping all your stuff would probably be their battle royale. But other than that, get ready to start getting charged for the premium viewing experience. If you want to play in 4K, you're gonna have to pay 30 bucks a year. Won't that be so lovely? I can't wait till they start charging me $15 just to be able to change my control scheme. Silly me. You know, it is accessibility. If you want accessibility, you gotta pay more money. Isn't that what they said with Assassin's Creed Origins? We're just charging for accessibility, you know? We kind of have to do it. If you want the game to be easier, you gotta pay money. Before you realize they're gonna be charging you 50 bucks a month for aimbot, essentially. Oh, I cannot wait till we get to that point. Dude, what are we doing? For real. Look, guys, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I know that as gamers, we are very different in the games that we enjoy playing, and I'm not telling you to go find new genres or new games, but maybe stay with the COD that you have an extra year, or the FIFA or the 2K. Those games barely change year to year. Also, don't they like maintain like their online play so you can use them anyways. I know I'm probably talking into a void and no one's gonna take this serious. I mean, I would be mad in your place. That's your money. Think about it. The minimum wage in the US is $7.50. So for a person who works minimum wage, you need to work at least 8 hours just to buy this one game. You buy this game and it has no new content. Everything you had previously was taken from you, and now they're paywalling parts that are integral to your game. This is not something that should be an option. I'm sure you have to realize, as a Call of Duty player, you have to understand. Just look at your R6 players. They can shoot people through walls just based off of the audio. That is such an important thing to have in your game, and paywalling that is so crazy. I would be fucking mad if I was in your shoes, and you should be fucking mad too. This is something 100% to be angry about. It's your money. You work so fucking hard for it. Don't keep giving these people more and more money so they can keep fucking you over. Oh, Pablo, you're grandstanding. Bro, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I know there's an overwhelming desire to want to consume, because I feel that too. I'm always wanting to consume. But at some point, you gotta put your foot down and be like, yo, this is garbage. Y'all need to do better. Don't even do it for me. Like, do it for yourself. Learn to stand up for yourself and get a backbone. At the end of the day, I don't play the game anymore, so I'm not the target audience. So I don't really contribute to the problem. But unfortunately, this is something that does affect the games that I play as well. So I'm asking you, pretty please consider it. At least like skip a year or something. Don't let yourself get taken advantage of, for your sake and my sake. That being said, what do you guys think? Are you guys surprised that we ended up in this situation? For me personally, I saw it coming miles and miles ago. What are you guys' thoughts? Did you get the new Call of Duty? Is it as fun as everybody's saying? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're still here and you enjoyed the video, appreciate a subscription. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can, get notified whenever I put out a video. And that's pretty much it for today. Peace out.